Welcome back, OG fam. Welcome back to Our Garage Auto Detail. Today, we're not doing any detail stuff. We're doing car audio stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the factory 6x9. The truck came with the Alpine upgraded system, right? But we're going to do it one better. We're going to throw some JBL 3-ways, some 3-ohm 6x9s in the back. So stay tuned. And just like Mystical said, show me what you're working with. Let me show you what we're working with today. We're doing the JBL Concert 9631Fs. Factory replacement. They don't come with a grill. We're also doing the Metra kit. Okay. We're going to do some wave breakers in the back of the door right behind the speaker. This is a real open pore foam. It's an acoustic foam. Goes right behind the speaker, and what that does is it kills the back wave, okay, and so that it doesn't interrupt and interfere with the music. We've got some foam for the mounting surface. We'll go ahead and do that. Here's what you need. You're going to need a T20. You're going to need a pick set. You're going to need some trim tools. You're going to need a couple sockets, screwdriver. This is a 5mm. And this one is 10mm. There's the speaker. Here's our leads already installed. I've done some of the prep work already. Alright, sorry about the noise, everybody. Again, it's a super busy neighborhood. Yeah, kind of sucks. So, let me just show you what I do for the mounting surface. I put a little foam. It's very thin foam. It's not going to interfere with any of your mounting depth or anything like that, but what it does is it isolates the speaker basket from the mounting point, kind of kills a little bit of that vibration, so it just helps with the possibility of having distortion and vibration, rattling, stuff like that. So this is just a real easy foam to put on. It's sticky and you can bend it, just follow the line of the inside mounting point of that basket inside the bolt holes. Pretty sure I didn't specify that. Try to make a good close seam. Boom. It also creates more of an airtight surface. So just like that, foam's on, pigtails on. This is what the Metra kit is, and you'll see when we open the door that this will just plug right into the factory connector. That baby's ready to go. While we're here, let's take a closer look at the wave breaker. Okay. This is just an 8x8 piece of foam. It's like an open cell foam. It's very soft, right? So the softer it is, the better and easier it will absorb the frequencies. And it's just a peel and stick. There's going to be probably a couple different ways to install this. I will show you how I did it, and I will leave the installation up to y'all. You only see one speaker because I put the other one in already. So that way, you know, I can kind of proof it out. So this hopefully should go pretty easy. There's the door. There's the equipment. Let's get her in. Okay, so let me give you a quick rundown. What we're doing, there is 5 plastic T20 screws. There is a Phillips screw behind this panel. We're going to use our pick set to pop it off. Once those are out, pull that screw out. This thing just kind of lifts right off. There's no poppets that used to break. The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this piece off. Here's your poppets. That's your tram panel. That's the first thing to take off. That's went pretty easy. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about with these pieces here. So when you find them in the door, okay, they're going to be flush. No, you focus on me. you unscrew it. Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't. So as you can see, it creates a little space. You can get a pick tool, thumbnail, whatever you got to get in there. And next we're going to use our pick tool. We're going to come in from the very top, and depending on, ooh, you got to be careful. These steel pick tools, although they're very handy, they get into some tight spots, will mess up your stuff. So you just got to be very gentle, kind of get it in there, and it doesn't take much effort. It pops right off. Right behind there, Phillips screw. I don't know. For the most part, I like to work with non-power tools. I feel like I have a little bit more control over them. You know, there's also, and I didn't use it so much on the first one, but this guy will pop out, and it'll probably help. I took it off when I put things back on so that I could help align stuff a little bit easier. And I know it sounds horrific. It's really not that bad. And there's going to be some cables to unplug. Now the window switch, there's a couple of metal, there's two metal pieces on each side under it. You can, once the door panel's off, you can press those pieces like with your fingers, and it kind of releases. Because the plug on the bottom side of this part it's tight up against another piece. If you loosen it, bring it up just enough to, well, you can see the plug right there once we pull it out. So just gonna unplug it. I don't need to pop it in super securely right now. Set this baby aside. This one I'm going to go ahead and unplug. Well, there we go. Okay, there's the factory speaker. Again, this is the Alpine upgraded system, and you can see there's a bunch of these bolts, right, that hold this panel, and this panel has the window regulator. It has the window frame and everything mounted to it. All of that stuff will come into play in just a second. Quick release. Boy, this is from my days at, these are from my days at Good Guys. I'm pretty sure I had this thing at Good Guys. And then of course Car Toys, and then well, I still got it. Whoa, Good Guys. Okay, pull those four out with the 5mm. The last one was sticky enough that I needed my trim tool. This one is the same. Just gonna get it in there, work it in there to pop it out. Okay, unplug, bam. Removal, we're halfway there. So what I'm gonna do now is, right now is where we would, right before we went any further, we would work on putting that hush mat in the door. And the way I did the other side is I just removed all of the bolts, kind of loosened this panel, and then stuck it up in there instead of trying to get it through the hole. Let me show you a little closer. As you can see, yeah, I mean, it's a big enough opening, right? But you're gonna have to roll it. Run the possibility of sticking it to itself since it's peel and stick. Okay. Pull that off. Get my 10mm. See, she's loose. Here's the hush mat. It's a peel and stick. Man, this is going to be difficult on this side because I'm right-handed, but I will do my best. Basically what I did is I exposed the top portion, okay, like that. I'm going to stick it up through the panel, but I'm basically going to get this guy up in here without sticking it to too much. Okay. All right. Now there's a couple of cross braces in there. You're going to want to stick it under that because there's some space between the cross brace of the door and the sheet metal. But what I did was I basically lined it up by eye. You want the mat to cover the most space directly behind the speaker as possible. Okay, I'm going to stick the top portion. I'm going to roll it up here so I can get to the piece that I left back, peeled back, and then I'm just going to roll it down the door, peeling and sticking. Peeling and sticking as I go. Or I guess it's basically sticking and peeling as I go. Yeah, the other side was much easier. Okay, let's get that last bit off. Ooh. Okay, get her all stuck to that door. Make sure it's under the cross brace. Yes, it is. Make sure it's stuck tight. Oh, these door jambs need to be cleaned. Stuck tight to the panel. Let's take a closer look. Can you see it in there? And you just kind of gotta do the best you can, right? Getting it directly behind the speaker. Again, the point of that is that it kills the back wave. The foam absorbs it so that it doesn't interfere with the waves coming out of the front of the speaker. All right, let me get these bolts back in. Boom. Done. Let me grab the speaker because we did all of our pre-work off, on the bench. We did all of our bench work. This is just a plug and play. It's grooved. The plug's grooved. It can only connect one way. Listen for the click. And make sure our fittings are tight. Yep, that's tight, yo. And since these screws, you stay. I need to grab some screws. Because Crutchfield is amazing, and I ordered from Crutchfield, it came with screws. The speakers themselves actually didn't come with screws. They didn't come with leads. I think they were directly, this kit is basically designed for a direct replacement. So the nice thing is the screw holes are close. They're not perfect, so we're going to get a couple of, I'm going to kind of get them kind of lined up and started. Like I said, these aren't, I'm not going to line up perfect. All right. She's not going to go anywhere for now. Let's hop in. Let's hop in and make sure it's connected. We get some music out of it. And hopefully we don't get a copyright strike. Okay. It's connected. Now, work on getting these things screwed together. Bro, that's the FedEx guy. He's like, it's Saturday. I don't care how loud my stereo is. I'm gonna put this delivery van. Hey, maybe I can put some speakers in his FedEx van. Hey, brother, you need some speakers? Okay, I'm going to try to use my screw gun. We got the Cayenne GTS rolling through. right, I'm glad you guys stuck around. At least I hope you did. If you did, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. Some comments. If you guys have any comments about how you have done it or would have done it, or if you saw a better way of doing it, I'm gonna end up doing the fronts at some point, so I'm assuming it's pretty much the same configuration. So the installation is just the well, I guess it's the opposite of removal, right? You just run it backwards, put everything on. What I might end up doing, bro, that FedEx guy's still whipping through the neighborhood. I don't know what song it was. Okay, so I'll probably just do a quick like time lapse or just speed it up, but I'll throw in the reinstallation. Again, guys, stay tuned for part 2 where I test the dynamic range. We're gonna see if maybe we increased our dynamic range a little bit. It's gonna be unscientific. It's gonna be not a professional thing, but I'm gonna try to use some sort of visual, because obviously sound, you know, it doesn't transfer over YouTube so well. So that Porsche was pretty sick. So we're gonna put everything together. We're gonna try, you know, I'll film part 2 later on today, and we'll see if it made a difference. If not, there was a, you know, $100 down the drain. So thanks again for sticking around. Watch me go ahead and put this baby back together.